Fixing the unfixable. It sounds impossible, right? But that's exactly what this journey is about. A horse with a history, a reputation, and a lot of challenges. And me, refusing to give up on her. So let's talk about Thia, because before this whole series makes sense, we need to understand what the actual problem is and how it is in real life. Thia is not a horse that refuses because she is lazy, stubborn, or difficult. Her issue is something much more deeper, and that is something called a freeze response. At home, she's confident, she jumps everything, she's forward, she's powerful, she's sharp, and honestly, it feels like a completely different horse. But the moment we enter the show ring, everything changes, and she doesn't get dangerous or explosive, she just shuts down. It's like when she gets stuck, it's like her brain hit a wall and can't get past it. She'll park, stop moving forward, try to back up, or even rear, not out of anger, but because she mentally can't find a way out of the pressure. If you only saw it at home, you'd never guess she had a single problem. Hi, my name is Olivia. I'm 16 years old, and this is the story I've been scared to share, but also the story I know I have to tell. I live on a small farm with 3 horses, and one of them, the one this entire series is about, is Thia. I first saw Thia in 2020, and from that moment, she became my dream horse. But she didn't come to me perfect. She didn't come ready or easy or simple. I bought her as a project horse, knowing she had a complicated past. I believed she deserved a second chance. I've had her for almost 3 years now. We've faced setbacks, breakthroughs, frustration, confusion, tiny wins, and moments where I honestly felt like giving up. But I didn't, because I believe in her, and I believe that one day something will finally click. This series isn't about quick fixes. It's not about pretending things are easy. It's about the reality of bringing a sensitive, talented, complicated horseback slowly, carefully, and with patience. It's real, it's emotional, it's messy, and it's going to take time. A lot of time. But this is the truth behind rebuilding a horse who has struggled, and the truth behind a girl who refuses to give up on the horse she has always dreamed of. This is something that comes from her past. She's been pushed, rushed, and sent to fences she wasn't mentally ready for. And every bad experience chips away at a horse's confidence, especially a sensitive one like Thia. People don't always realize how fast a horse's self-confidence can break. One bad distance, one moment of panic, one time they feel trapped, confused, or pressured, and suddenly their brains connect jumping with "I'm not safe." And for Thia, those moments added up. So now we're here, trying to rebuild something that should never have been broken in the first place, trying to teach her that jumping is safe, that she won't get rushed into situations she can't handle. That's the reality behind her behavior. It's not disobedience, it's not attitude, it's not a lack of talent, because she has more talent than most horses ever will. It's simply a horse who lost her confidence, and we're trying to give it back to her, step by step, day by day, show by show. Before we go any further in this series, I want to explain exactly what Thia's real problem is and how her mind actually works. Because this isn't just a horse that stops, this is a horse whose brain is stuck in a pattern she didn't choose. And the problem is, Thia freezes. When we talk about horses, most people think of fight or flight. There is a third reaction most riders don't recognize: freeze. Freeze is when the horse's nerve system becomes overwhelmed. It's not drama, it's not attitude, it's not her being difficult. Freeze means the brain shuts off. Movement becomes impossible. The horse looks calm on the outside but is panicking on the inside. That is exactly what Thia does. Why does she freeze? Thia learned to freeze because of her past. She was pushed fast into big classes, jumped huge fences before she was mentally ready. She was rushed, sent at distances that didn't work, crashed a few times, then pressured forward again. Every mistake, every stressful round, every time she was forced instead of supported, her brain stored it as a survival memory. So now, when she enters a show ring, her brain doesn't see a jump, it sees danger. Her mind goes, "This is where things went wrong, I can't cope, I need to shut down." And that shutdown is freeze. What freeze looks like in Thia. If you ever seen her at show, you already know. She parks towards the gate, she won't go forward, even with leg. She scratches with her front leg, she leans backwards, she lifts her head and disconnects. She won't react to pressure, she feels empty or not present. This isn't stubbornness, this is her body protecting her. Her brain has switched into survival mode. Now you may wonder why she works perfectly at home and not at competitions. At home, she's safe, she knows the arena, nothing unexpected happens. The energy is calm, there's no pressure, no bell, no crowds, no memories of crashing or being rushed. Her nervous system stays in rest mode, not survival mode. That's why she jumps everything at home and nothing at shows. So why does this matter for her comeback? If you try to push a freeze horse, they shut down harder. If you punish a freeze horse, the freeze becomes permanent. If you rush a freeze horse, the fear grows. But if you go slow, if you build safety, if you let the horse think, if you remove the pressure, the mind starts to heal. She just needs time to trust the ring again. That's why I'm doing this series, to rebuild her confidence, to rebuild her mind, and to rebuild our partnership. This isn't just a comeback, this is healing. The first time I ever saw Thia was back in 2020. I wasn't even looking for a horse like her because honestly, I never believed a horse like Thia would ever become mine. She was that once-in-a-lifetime horse you admire from far away, the kind you dream about but never expect to own. But in 2020, something unbelievable happened. She did become mine, and I remember standing there almost in shock, thinking, how is this real? Thia is a mare from Belgium by There's a Knot, and she is truly one of the most unique horses I've ever met. She's sensitive, powerful, complex, and incredible. But most of all, she has that heart that I felt completely in love with. I love Thia more than anything, and that's exactly why I'm doing this. She didn't come to me as a perfect horse. She came to me as a project, a horse that had lost her confidence, and a horse who shut down mentally, a horse who didn't believe in herself anymore. I want to give her back the confidence she once had, not because she should jump big classes, not because people expect it, but because I believe she deserves to feel brave again, happy again, and safe again. And don't get me wrong, she's happy every day, but I want her to be happy in the ring as well. So this series is the journey. I'm going to show you everything. The good days, the bad days, the breakthroughs, the setbacks, every step we take towards helping Thia believe in herself again. But I'm ready to try everything I can to bring her back with patience and time and love. And I want to take you guys with me. Maybe you'll relate, or maybe you'll learn something, or maybe you just want to follow a comeback story that isn't guaranteed. This is our journey. This is Thia's comeback. I will post episodes every single month and the progress and our journey. But thank you so much for watching the first episode of Fixing the Unfixable, a Showjumpers comeback story. So if you're here for your journey, the setbacks, the progress, the breakthroughs, the tears, the hope, and the comeback I know will happen, then welcome to Fixing the Unfixable, a Showjumpers comeback story. This is where it begins.